Let's just begin to give God praise. Just begin to give him worship. Raise your hands up and begin to wave to him. Tell him how good he is to you. Tell him how wonderful he is to you. Tell him what he's done. Tell him what he's going to do in your life. Just begin to thank him because he's a great God. He's a wonderful Father. He's the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. He's the El Shaddai, the omnipotent and omniscient one. He's the one who was and is to come. He's your friend. He's your lover. He's the one who has been there for you. Even when you felt like you were alone, he was beside you. He was in front of you. He's behind you. He's the one who protects. He's the one who guides. Just begin to thank him because he is great. Because of him we have peace. Because of him we have joy.
Against the wall, and it looked as if it was over. You made a way. Now we're standing here only because you made a way. You made a way. When our backs were against the wall.
as we're here, one thing I've learned is that when you're very vulnerable with God, right, He'll be vulnerable with you. When we go out, we have to be a certain way. We have to, stand in a certain way. We have to behave in a certain way. But in my walk with God, I've learned that being vulnerable, being open, being honest with God is the best way to go. God does not need you to be perfect. I know people, I'm very sure that you've probably heard this, but I'm telling you from experience, God does not need you to be perfect to use you. God doesn't. Like, you can be here, you might have done some things that you felt like, oh yeah, if I did this, God can't use me, obviously, because I do this, I'm like this, or I probably stole from someone, or I've lied so many times. But God doesn't really care about that. I know in the Bible, it says something about how, we have grace, but does that mean we should keep on sinning? No, right? But it doesn't mean you have to pretend, because God sees you. God can see you in your deepest, darkest place. He can see you, but he needs you to come to meet him and just tell him, God, this is how I am, but take me, just use me as I am, and I will. And as you begin to walk with God, the things that you thought you couldn't break away from, it begins to fall. It literally begins to fall away. And even as we're here, even as we're singing, I just want us to know that everything that we think is too hard to give up, as you walk with God, the peace you need, the joy begins to come, and it begins to replace everything that you thought you couldn't give up. Oh, Jesus.
You are God. You are King. You are God. You are King. Who is like you, Lord, in all the earth? Matchless love and beauty, endless worth. Nothing in this world can satisfy. Jesus, sure the cup, they won't run dry. The treasure of my heart and of my soul. In my weakness, you are merciful. Redeemer of my past and present and future wrongs. The holder of my future days to come.